Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the first tutorial I have filmed since giving birth, so bear with me if I seem a little scatterbrained because it's been a hot minute, but I wanted to sit down and create this makeup look using a whole bunch of new products that I have either been sent or have purchased myself. I've actually been loving all of these, so I feel like I'm a little biased because they are all new, but I have been using them non-stop for the past couple of weeks. So if you guys want to see some new things in action and how I've been loving them, then just keep on watching. Okay, I'm going to start off by putting my hair behind my ears so that you can see what I'm doing. I haven't washed my hair in a couple of days, so ignore that. For my face though, I'm going to start by using this YSL Touche All-in-One Glow Foundation. I have been using this for the past couple of weeks and it's amazing. It is a newer product. It goes from cream to water. Interesting formula, but try it out and you'll know what I mean. Like, it just goes super watery to the touch. So I've been using this in the shade B35. It's kind of rubbed off, but I believe it's B35. I only use one pump. And it's been a lifesaver while being a new mom because it's super easy and fast to apply. So it goes on like a cream and then it just kind of goes to this really watery consistency where it's easy to blend and you can apply it with your fingers rather than a brush or a sponge. So it's been fast and convenient. Now I could probably go another shade darker in this foundation, but this is the darkest shade I have at the moment, and it normally matches me when my tan is like fading, and it also matches my natural skin tone, so we're just gonna blend it in. Alright, so I have some little friends right here and here, which I haven't had any breakouts throughout my pregnancy, like the rare one, and after giving birth, hormones. But a little bit of concealer will fix it completely. Before that, you guys have been asking non-stop to find a ByTerry bronzing serum dupe. One second, hold please. This stuff, because I rave about it 24/7 and it's in most of my videos and you guys are always wanting me to find a cheaper alternative. I have yet to find a drugstore alternative just because not only is this a great like base bronzing product, it also has a lot of skincare benefits to it as well, so I didn't want to just pick something from the drugstore that gave a bronzing effect but no skincare elements, I guess, if you know what I mean. Like, I was really trying to find a really great exact dupe. Now that is definitely on the high end for product pricing, but I found something that I'm almost loving even more. It's a newer product. It's definitely not drugstore, but it's not far off with pricing because drugstore prices have definitely gone up. I don't know about in North America, but in the UK, I feel like drugstore prices are a little bit ridiculous. Anyways, but the new Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, this is in the shade Light Medium, number 3, is incredible, and if not better than the ByTerry Bronzing Serum. I still love it and it's amazing and I still use it a lot, but this one, it's so incredible. So I'm going to show you how I use it. Comes with like a doe foot applicator. It's very weird. It's like a foundation, highlighter, perfector all in one. Really weird sounding product, but it does do all of those things. So I just put it on the kind of cheeks, apples of my cheeks all the way up. And you guys lately have been asking me what I've been wearing on my skin, and this has been my little secret weapon. So I just blend that into my cheeks and it gives a little bit of coverage, which is really weird because it has a very strong highlight component to it, as you can see, but it still does cover any pigmentation or discoloration to the skin, and it just gives the most beautiful highlighty glowy effect, and I'm so obsessed with it. So find your shade. They have a couple different shades. On Cult Beauty I got mine and I'm just obsessed with it. Like, it just gives this beautiful Hollywood effect to your skin. It really, really does. So I'm just blending it mostly in the areas. I wouldn't really bring it down to my jawline just because it does have a highlighting component to it, so I wouldn't really highlight my jawline. You can put it everywhere on your face and then just powder the areas you don't want to really shine, but I just kind of keep it on my cheeks and nose and a little bit on my forehead, and it just gives the most beautiful, beautiful effect to your skin. That also gives this amazing glowy, dewy, wet look as well. So go try it out so you know what I'm trying to explain here, because it's a hard one. I've never tried anything like this before and I am really loving it. Now, this product may not be new, but it's new to me, and it's the ByTerry concealer, and I have it in the shade 2 Vanilla Beige. It is a little bit lighter, so I like to put it under my eyes and it just gives a really soft, light consistency highlight to that area. I don't like to use anything too full coverage, as you guys know. And then I'm going to use a different concealer on any blemishes that I have, just because I don't find this as full coverage for those blemishes. So for those, I'm going to use my trusty Tarte concealer. So this is not new, so 1 second please. So this is a concealer I would tend to use if I needed a little bit more coverage on blemishes or discoloration. So I'm just going to blend that in with my finger. You can use a sponge for this, but just because our base is so skin-like, I'm just going to use my finger because I think skin-on-skin contact gives the most flawless skin-like finish. I feel like I said skin-like a lot there. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to blend this in with my finger. You can use a brush for under your eyes if you want, but again, I'm just going to use my finger. Now, since we have just used a lot of cream products, I am going to set the center of my face just so that it lasts all day long. Again, I don't think this is new, but it is new to me, and it's the ByTerry Hyaluronic Hyrda-Powder, and it's super finely milled. That's why I love it, because I feel like I don't have any powder on my face, so if I really want to maintain that glowy, dewy look, I feel like this powder still helps me achieve that. So I'm going to take it on the Sigma Tapered Face F25 brush and just lightly dust it in those areas I don't want to look oily or too creamy. So mostly just the center of my face. Okay, now I'm going to dip into this new palette from OFRA. It's the Free Spirit palette, which is perfect for festival season. It has a whole bunch of fun colors up here, some face products, beautiful highlighters, brow colors, which can also be a transition color for these shades, and then also a really nice bronzer, which we are going to use right now. I'm going to use it on this Sigma Duo Fiber F50 brush. I'm just going to take a little bit because it is quite a dark colored bronzer. This is a great palette to pack with you for festivals just because it has everything for your face and eyes in one. So highly recommend checking it out. I really do love it, and OFRA highlighters are insane. Like, you cannot get more intense than them. But I'm just using the bronzer from the palette and just really working it into my hairline and just under my cheeks to lightly contour but also give a more bronzy effect. Now for blush, one of my favorite brands for blushes is Benefit. I love their California. It smells incredible and it's such a perfect summer color. But they recently just came out with this color, which is Gold Rush, and it's like a peachy rose gold blush color. I think it's so beautiful. I'm going to apply it with this Sigma F10 brush, and it just gives such a nice effect to the cheeks. Like, it has a little bit of sheen in it, and it also smells so good. Benefit blushes just have the best smell. If you guys know the Replica Beach Walk scent that I'm obsessed with in summer, like it's the only perfume I wear, this smells exactly like it. Now this next product I think you guys have been commenting on non-stop recently, and it is what highlighter I'm wearing, and it's the new highlighter from NARS in Forte. I either wear this one or the other shade Capri, so I'll show you guys the difference. Capri has a little bit more of a champagne pinky silk tint to it, where Forte has a little bit more of a peachy gold hue to it, and I'm going to use this one just because I have a little bit of a bronze effect going on at the moment, and I'm going to just take it with my favorite brush. I feel like it applies way better with a brush rather than your fingers. It almost doesn't even transfer with your fingers, which is the weirdest thing ever, but then as soon as you use it with a brush, it is incredible, like really amplified, and you can see it a lot more. So taking it with my favorite highlighter brush, the Sigma F35, I'm just going to tap some on, and I'll show you guys just how perfect this highlighter is for spring summer. It just gives such a glow, like an inner glow to your face. It doesn't even look like you're wearing a product on your skin. It just melts into all the other products and just gives such an effortless looking glow to your skin. I don't know how many times I can say glow, but this is what I've been wearing, and you guys have been commenting on my highlighter non-stop, thinking it's my motherly glow, which I don't think you have the glow when you have a newborn because you have no sleep. So this highlighter has been a lifesaver with just giving me a little bit of life to my face. Now, I don't have any new brow products like to apply on camera, but I was sent the Maybelline brow tattoo. It's amazing. I used it 2 days ago, and I feel like my brows still have like a tint to them, and I don't need to fill them in as often. So I will link that down below if I can find it. A bunch of you guys were asking where to get it because I don't know if it's been released everywhere yet, so I'm going to try and search online to find it for you guys. I do have the shade medium in case you were wondering. I just apply it, leave it on for like 30 minutes and then take it off like it's one of those weird brow tattoo things, and it just gives me a really natural tinted brow effect. So I'm really feeling that. I do it like every 4 or 5 days. I'm just going to take my regular clear brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills to keep them in place. Okay, moving on to our eyes, I'm going to be using this new collaboration from Pixi and Chloe Morello. Chloe Morello is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite YouTuber here on the internet. I think she is so real and genuine and funny and consistent and talented, and I'm just a big fan, as you can tell. So I was so excited when they sent me her collaboration and 2 other influencers collaborations with Pixi. So we're going to use this palette. It has some really pretty eyeshadow combinations, some brow colors, and then 3 different blushes here. So again, a really great multi-use palette for a great price. So I'm going to use my finger because I feel like that's been the theme so far, just kind of using my hands on my face. So starting with the lightest shade, I'm going to take my pinky and just pop that in the inner corner of my eye to brighten it up. I'm also going to take it on my brow bone. This has a really cool like gold tint to it, so it's going to really go with that highlighter that we used from NARS. Just kind of hit all those high places on our eyes, and it's just going to give such a pretty glow, as you can see. So it just brings the look together. And then I'm just going to go down a color, which is this pretty like peachy rose gold shade, again using my finger, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. I'm going to go ahead and use the shade across from that rose gold peach shade, which is more of a bronzy brick kind of color. And I'm going to put that at the outer corner just for some depth. There is like a little mirror at the bottom of this palette. It's just really small, so I don't know if my eyes really fit in the width of it. Going down one more color, I'm going to use that brownie taupe shade. It still has a shimmer in it. All of these eyeshadows have a shimmer in it, which is really, really nice for spring, summer. It just gives a really natural effect to your makeup. And I'm just going to keep this more at my lash line, and I'm not going to bring it up as high as the previous color. Now for a little pop of color, just because I'm feeling adventurous and I'm really drawn to this color, I'm going to go back to that Free Spirit palette from OFRA, and I'm going to take this purple shade right here. I feel like purple and yellow kind of go together. I'm going to put it on my lower lash line at the outer corner. I'm not going to talk through this just in case. Just as a little pop of color. We will balance it out, but I think it's like a fun little way to add a pop of color. I'm also just going to bring it a little bit on my upper lash line, again keeping it at the outer corner. Just a fun way to add a little bit of color, especially if you're not a color person. I think this is just a good way to introduce it to your makeup without going overboard. Okay, now I'm going to go super old school and take this liner from Sigma. I believe it's new as well. It's a liquid pen eyeliner. It might not be, it might just be new to me, so sorry if it is. But I'm going to take this and do a winged liner, which I used to always wear on my channel like nonstop, and a few of you guys have commented saying you missed it, and I have too, especially because my lash extensions are now off. I have not been able to get them refilled since having olive, so I feel like I need a little bit of eyeliner to balance this look out, just because my lashes aren't, you know, fully there yet, if that makes sense. I don't think it does, but we're going to take this liner and create a winged liner, mostly at the outer corner, but you know, I always say that and then it just goes another direction. Okay, I'm happy with that. I feel like it didn't get too out of hand. For mascara, I am going to use a new mascara that was sent to me. It's also from ByTerry. It's their new one that changes into a different shape. So it starts off just straight and long for length, and then you just twist the cap, if I can, and it goes a little bit shorter and all twisty, and that's used for volume and thickness. So we're going to use this. I'm just going to start off with the straight end. Again, because I don't have my lash extensions on, it looks dramatically shorter because I was used to such long false lashes all the time. I'm not going to put lashes on today, like false lashes, just because I feel like it's spring. I feel like you want to mostly concentrate on your skin looking dewy and fresh, and your eyes can be a little bit more muted. That's just personal opinion. Feel free to add lashes, but I'm just going to do a couple coats of each end of this. Okay, now that our eyes are done, I'm going to quickly go back to the Free Spirit palette, and there is this banana shade right here. I'm going to take that powder brush that we used earlier, and I'm just going to put it in the inner corner of my eyes, like under my eyes and around my nose, just because it does brighten it up a little bit, and also under our bronzer, just to smooth that out and make it a little bit more obvious. Forgot to bring my lip color down, so 1 second. I don't have a new lip liner to use. I'm just going to use my iconic nude from Charlotte Tilbury, but I am going to take these two products from Maybelline. It's the, oh my gosh, I'm so out of breath, Super Stay Matte Ink. I'm going to mix them. So I have the shade, I think this is called Seductress and Poet. So 65 and 60. Starting with my lip liner, creating a little bit of a lip outline. And then I'm going to go in with the darker shade, which is Seductress. These are amazing. They don't make my lips feel dry at all, and they last all day. And they're kiss proof because I kiss Olive all the time with these and they don't transfer. I'm going to keep this at the outer corner and keep the center of my lips free for the next color. And then taking the Peachy Poet color. And this is the final look. So it's focusing more on skin, giving a nice sheen to my cheeks, more of a peachy tone overall. I love this lip combination. I feel like it's amazing. Doesn't transfer. Patty and Olive and Sandy are home. I'm also loving a winged liner. I feel like I'm wearing it a little bit more often because I don't have lash extensions. But yeah, it's just a fun look using some new products so you can see them in action. It's nothing spectacular. I just really wanted to show you the products that I've been loving lately. So hopefully you liked this video as well. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Also press that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.